Hi, Mr. X with glossary term interval. Typically on a number line we say the interval is the distance or the set of all real numbers between two specified values. So there are a couple of different interpretations here for a number line. Here's one interpretation. If we're counting by twos, then we say we have an interval of 2 if we're just counting by twos. And we could start with 0 and make everything positive. It doesn't really matter, but if we started counting here and we just started counting, our interval is 2. It's a nice way to learn your multiplication facts. You count by different intervals. So if you want to learn your facts of multiplication and say, let's say you're learning your eighths, then you just learn to count by eighths, and that's your interval. You learn to add 8 each time, and that's how you learn your facts of multiplication for eighths. Notice in each time here we have 8 more. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, so we would say our interval here is 8. Another interpretation of interval would be to say, okay, here's a number on our number line, let's say that's -5, and let's say over here we're looking at +8. Now how much is our interval here? Well, it's 13 units. So 13 would be the interval between -5 and +8. And yet another interpretation of the word interval are all the values in between -5 and 8. For this particular interval, we're interested in more than just the 13 units of difference. We're interested in every single one of these points that are in here. All of them along this piece of the line. That would be our interval. And so we could say that our interval is actually all the points from -5 to 8. And if we wanted only the points in between -5 and 8, then what we would do is we would make these dots hollow and our brackets turn into parentheses, and now we do not include the endpoints, and now we just have the values in between but not including -5 and 8. Enjoy the language of mathematics at MrXMath.com.